Hi guys, so in this video I'm going to take you guys through how to do a hip internal and external rotation drill. This can be used as a standalone drill to develop some hip mobility or as a warm-up for any squatting or hip dominant movements. So what I'm going to get you to do is you're going to start seated position, knees at 90 degrees, so your feet just outside your hips. From there you're going to drop one knee in and one knee out until you're in this 90-90 position. Make sure your feet are in line with your knees. From there, first thing we're going to do is a passive stretch of the front hip, working external rotation. So you're going to drop your chest forwards over your front shin as far as you can, and you're going to hold for 30 seconds to 1 minute. From there, we're going to go into an active external rotation mobility drill. You're going to drive your front shin and knee into the ground and take your forearms off the floor. You're going to hold for 5 to 10 seconds, really squeezing the glutes of that front leg. You're then going to rest for 5 seconds. Each time you rest, try and drop the chest a little further in towards the ground, and you're going to repeat this 3 to 5 times. The next movement we're going to do is a more of an active movement to really kind of work that internal rotation of the front hip. You're going to start by pulling your chest upright and then dropping your chest back in and down, trying to keep torso up nice and tall, and the muscles of the front hip are really controlling this movement. Stay nice and tight through your core, and you're performing these, and again it's 3 to 5 reps. From there we're going to move on to internal rotation of the back hip. So you're going to turn your chest over and rotate your torso back towards your back knee as much as you can. You're going to hold this position again for 30 seconds to 1 minute. This is going to be a bit passive, so just try and breathe and relax into it a little bit. Then we're going to go into the isometric active hold. So this is going to be take your hands off your feet or your knees or the floor. Then you're going to try and drive your back foot to the ceiling whilst trying to hold that torso twist towards the back leg. You're going to hold for 5 seconds, and again you're going to repeat for 3 to 5 sets or reps. Once you've done that, and you have one final position for that 90-90, you're going to turn back towards the center, and we're going to work on some active contract relax techniques for that internal and external rotation. So what that's going to look like is you're going to turn back to the center. You're going to drop down onto either your hand or your elbow. The elbow, it will be easier, so the lower down towards the floor you go, the easier it is. From there, we're going to go into 10 reps of lifting the front foot as high as possible whilst trying to drive the knee down into the ground. Slow and controlled, focusing on squeezing. You should feel a deep part of your glute having to do this and work really, really hard. So it's 10 reps there. As I said, the higher up towards upright you become, the harder it becomes. So the hand is harder than the elbow here. And finally for this, you're going to move the hands in front of you, and we're going to work on some internal rotation of the back leg. So hand comes in front of the shins, and you're going to do the same 10 reps there with the back leg. So you're raising the back heel up towards the ceiling whilst driving the knee down into the ground. Contract as hard as you can for a few seconds, relax back off again, and repeat for 10 reps. After you've completed that process of the 10 reps, you're going to roll back to the center, and you're going to perform over to the other side, back in to the 90-90 position, and you're going to repeat the same process that we've just done on this side on the other side. Once you've completed the other side, we're going to go up into 10 to 20 slow and controlled reps of an air squat. This is just going to really show you guys how much you can open up your hips with this drill, and it's going to help start mobilizing this position and kind of holding on to the range you've just increased, as flexibility and mobility is quite kind of exercise specific. So if we then ingrain that in a squat position, it's more likely to stay around for when you're trying to perform your squats or any hip dominated squatting movements.